everybody, I'm Liv Kristine and I'm very lucky to answer a few questions from Udita, SL Metal Freak, and I'm sending all my love and best wishes to all my fans and friends in Sri Lanka. And here we go. The first question is, tell us about how you started your musical journey. Well, I started singing when I was a little girl, and I've always been singing. It's like an inner call. And in 1992, 1993, I met a bunch of cool guys, and we made a band called Theatre of Tragedy, and we released our first album in 1995. I would say that my favorite album by Theatre of Tragedy is Aegis. In 1998 I released my first solo album, Deus Ex Machina, which opened many doors for me as a solo artist. My band Leaves Eyes were active for well, between 2003 and 2016, with me being the singer, and I have to say that in my opinion the Vinland Saga was my favorite album. Today I'm still active, going strong with Liv Kristine, my solo band, still playing gigs and releasing albums. So after 25 years I'm still around, but as already said, I've always been singing, and it's like an inner call. And I'm very happy to be able to be around for such a long time, and I'm going to be around for many, many years still to go. So here we go. How would you describe the sound of Midnattsol? Midnattsol, I would say, is folk metal sung in English and Norwegian and even Swedish. The latest album was called The Aftermath, of which I am part 2 since I joined Midnattsol a couple of years ago. And what was the appeal of soprano music in symphonic metal and Gothic metal for you? The appeal of soprano music. Well, I've always been a soprano singer, and I grew up with Black Sabbath, Deep Purple and Iron Maiden, and for me it was like just natural having a soprano voice with darker music. And I've always been into doom metal, even since I was a little girl, through my parents. Thank you, parents. I've got the best parents in the world, by the way. As soon as we had formed Theatre of Tragedy, we thought that it would be a great idea to have, you know, like growls, and male vocals and female vocals. So this turned into something called the Beauty and the Beast concept, and I guess that was unique for the time. That is something I'm also very proud and happy about. And when I see bands today performing in the Beauty and the Beast Gothic metal style, I feel like passion, because it's also a part of me, and a part of my authentic way as a singer. So, how was it to collaborate with Cradle of Filth? Next question. We were Grammy nominated for the song Nymphetamine. Yes. Well, that was kind of, it just happened very quickly. Cradle of Filth had tried to get in touch with me for quite a while, and somehow all the mails landed in my spam. So, as soon as we got in touch, time was running out, and I recorded the vocals straight away and sent them off to London. I think they were in a studio in London, and Danny told me, like, this is just the honey voice I really wanted to have and really wanted to hear. So we met in London for the video shoot in London's Dungeons, and we had a really, really good time. So that was, I would say, one of the highlights in my career. When are you planning to release your next full-length album? Midnattsol is still in the making. It will take some time because everybody's working and having families. My next solo album, that's the good news, will be released next year, and I have an EP coming out in February, around my birthday, 2020, which will consist of 4 brand new songs and 4 live recordings. So that's something I'm really excited about. And then, what do you think takes the most amount of time to compose when composing a song? I would say that differs a lot. Sometimes I have a melody line and I just run into the studio and record it straight away, and I know exactly what and how the instruments should sound like. And sometimes I have an instrumental version of a song, and the vocal lines and the words just appear immediately. Or sometimes it takes 30 minutes, sometimes it takes 3 years to finish a composition. So that differs a lot. Well, in your opinion, what is your greatest achievement? I would say that Libertine was one of my main achievements, as well as my solo album The Vein, released in 2015. The Vinland Saga by Liv's Eyes was a very important album to me. I would say King of Kings, Liv's Eyes. I really enjoyed the recording and the composing process, and the touring that followed. I would say that with Theatre of Tragedy, it was definitely Aegis, but also the 2 first albums, Theatre of Tragedy and Velvet Darkness the Fear, meant a lot to me back then when the releases took place. So yes, and of course being on stage, connecting with the audience, being in my bubble of sound, resounding, you know, the lights and the energy and everything. Every live appearance is a highlight. If it's, you know, with in a small club with 50 people, or at a big festival like Wacken Open Air with 50,000 people. It's still to me a unique experience to be on stage, to be in my bubble, and to me every live appearance has a healing effect. It's like being in a frequency of love, healing, of sound. It just means so much to me to be able to perform in front of an audience and to connect with the audience. So next questions. Biggest influences: Montserrat Caballé, Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, Maria Callas, Madonna, Enya, Maggie Reilly, Kate Bush. I would say Mighty E Toys. My top 5 albums: Black Sabbath, Black Sabbath, Black Sabbath Volume 4, Madonna, Ray of Light, Madonna Like a Virgin, Norwegian band Electro-Pop with the album Never Ever, and I have to add a number 6, that is Susanne Sundfør from my home country Norway with her album The Silicon Veil. I really, really love it. So, and then there was a question about elitism in metal music. I would say that there are a few persons like Doro. Doro is a very important personality in the metal scene. She, and an idol for many of us, she opened up many doors for other female singers coming out in the 90s. And Doro is just authentic, and she's the kindest, most lovely person ever. And I would say that if there is elite, that would be headed by Doro. And I'm very proud to know her, and I'm very proud to have worked with her, and to have we did a collaboration together, Stronghold of Angels, and we had such a great time. Yes, I would say that Doro is definitely, to me, what could be called an elite. Okay, so side projects. Yes, I'm involved and actively working on guest vocals appearances, and my next upcoming release is Coldbound from Sweden and Glass God from Germany. So I've currently been in the studio recording. What other activities do you love doing apart from singing and performing? I love painting, teaching, giving singing lessons, and I love my job. My 9-to-5 work is working with autistic children. I love yoga, tai chi, running, swimming, skiing, vegetarian, vegan cooking, a nature experience, and I love traveling, but there is not much traveling right now due to the weird times we are going through, to the COVID times. Most of all, I love my family, I have to say. And then what would you like to say to your fans that are visiting Udita's YouTube channel? I would say thank you so much for being my true fans, for having been my true and supporting fans for all these years, and that's why I'm still here. I thank you for your support, and I thank you for your passion, and I hope to be able to play a concert for you someday. Music to me is an inner call, as said, and I would love to tour your country, and I know that Rotten Christ did. I'm very jealous on them. So if there's anybody there who could help us to make this possible, feel free to get in touch. Yes, that would be my final words for this interview. I wish you a beautiful day, and I'm sending you all my love to you, safety to you and your families, and thank you, Udita, for doing this interview with me. Mwah.